Thanks for tuning in, everyone. So, Marvel's The High Republic number 3 is not the only release we're diving into today, as IDW's The High Republic Adventures number 2, Bralanak City Smackdown, was also released last night. Short recap, we ended the previous issue with the Padawans completely surrounded by the Nihil invaders who were kidnapping the city's elder, Tromac. Lula, Quart, Farzala, and Zeen are completely surrounded by the Nihil right now, who are preparing to crush the tiny Jedi. But if looking for a tiny Jedi you are, Yoda and Master Torben Buckets of Blood Buck have arrived on the scene. While they're fighting, Crix, Zeen's best friend who is currently with the Nihil, is having second thoughts about immediately rejecting Zeen for lying about the Force. The Nihil and the Elder reinforce their whole Force is bad mantra, with the Elder attempting to protect Crix as much as possible by telling the Nihil leader that Crix is his assistant and he needs to come with them. So we at least know the Elder is not completely terrible yet. Zeen down below is saying that they have to rescue Crix, and Lula updates the Masters on her whole using the Force to hold back the debris moment. Yoda says he will go after the boy and leaves Master Torben Buck in charge. Ironically, this is where we learn that Buckets of Blood is in fact a healer Jedi, not a fighter. Yoda borrows Zeen's pet crew, it's like a monkey pet thing, so that he can later prove to Crix that Zeen sent him, and heads off. The Nihil leader recognizes Yoda from afar and orders his people to keep watch on Yoda as he could ruin everything. Elder Tromac and Crix are preparing for departure at the orders of the Nihil, and the leader receives a communication saying Yoda has disappeared. Now, to ensure we don't forget about all the action down below, we have this epic 2-page panel showing all the Jedi holding back the Nihil. Now, aboard the Nihil spider cruiser, Yoda locates Crix. They have a small discussion, and ultimately, Crix gives into his cult brainwashing and alerts the ship that Yoda is there. Meanwhile, on the ground, Master Buck and the Padawans are struggling to hold the Nihil back. Thankfully, they're saved by the timely arrival of the Republic rescue fleet. Now, while Yoda is escaping, he comes across a container whose contents were not revealed to the reader, and is ambushed by a few Nihil. Yoda comments that there are many secrets aboard this ship. Now, we have some levity back with the recently relieved Jedi as the Padawans inquire as to why a healer Jedi is nicknamed Buckets of Blood. Torben Buck replies that it is because as a healer, he keeps the blood within the body. The Nihil ship takes off as Yoda and the crew, Cham Cham, reach the Padawans. Yoda informs Zeen that Cham Cham ate a Nihil's fingers, possibly his entire arm, and that Crix did not wish to be rescued. He then continues to state that Zeen must come with them to Starlight Beacon. The escaping Nihil spider cruiser destroys one of the medical frigates prior to jumping to hyperspace. Crix is asked by the Nihil leader who is the girl to him, as she just sent Yoda to come rescue him. Crix, of course, replies, no one, as the vessel jumps to hyperspace. Elsewhere, the Padawans are becoming fast friends with Zeen, and the issue ends with the Jedi approaching Starlight Beacon. So what are my thoughts? We get to see young Yoda, young Yoda? Middle-aged Yoda, slightly younger Yoda in action. He's 700. He's not young, right? So we get to see him in action, rolls through the ship, finds Crix, stealthily gets out. He's tiny. No one can find him. But it's clear that even in this era, obviously Yoda's 700, as I mentioned. People know about him. They don't want to mess with Yoda. He is one of the Grand Masters of the Order. And it's very clearly evidenced as when the Nihil leader slightly panicked that Yoda was here. It's great to see Zeen going with the Jedi. It looks like she'll probably be trained in some way, shape, or form. It looks like Crix is pretty torn. Like he's a younger kid. He still doesn't know who to align himself with. It seems that he's probably going to play a bigger role in the issues to come. Now, as I mentioned before I started all these videos, I haven't really read the novels yet, but I'm just aware of what the Nihil are, kind of. So it's nice in IDW's comic, we're really seeing more of the Nihil than so far in Marvel's comic. But again, I do like that the Marvel story and the IDW story are very, very separate, and they while they obviously share the similar elements of being taking place during the same timeline, it's two very different storytelling techniques. It's nice and refreshing to read one and the other, especially back to back like I just did today. What about you guys? What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you again for watching.